Hi guys, I just wanted to say I haven't forgotten about y'all. I don't know if you saw the last, well, not the last video, the last video I posted was me at Waffle House while people were freaking out and stuff because they closed off a certain section, and God forbid I moved a chair. Oh man, as you can tell in that video if you did watch it, which like 76 of you watched it, but I didn't notate it as MMTLP or anything like that because I had nothing to do with any of that, but I was all out of breath there. I've been fighting a horrible cold, which I have not taken any COVID tests or anything because I don't want to know. I do a lot worse off when I know rather than when I don't know. And had a couple good days, couple bad days, but enough with my health. I think we're moving in the right direction with MMTLP. I've watched Terry and Tony, and actually I haven't seen Houston Wade post anything. I'm still waiting for Bird Lady to post her stuff, but a lot of stuff going on as far as FINRA's sinking themselves. They are burying themselves with all these changes that they're doing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think that you know, any of you that whether you've been on Twitter, whether you've been listening to any of the, what do they call that, Twitter calls, or you've been listening to Terry, or you've been listening to me, or, which I, like I just said, I haven't been saying much of nothing lately, but that's only because I've had a cold. But everything is moving in the right direction. There's nothing to be negative about. The oversight committees and different committees over in Washington, D.C., you got senators and congressmen that are on top of this. They're going to have to make some decisions soon. And we all know we got at least 5 different lawsuits that are out there in front of judges that if they would stop being wussies and make decisions and make a judgment like they're supposed to do as a judge, that could move this along. That could force people's hands. But apparently nobody wants to be the guy that makes the decision that, what, makes some rich people go bankrupt? And makes some middle class to poor people get rich? Are you afraid of making that decision? Because that's the only decision here, is to open up trade on MMTLP. And that's where we're at with this whole thing. I like the post copy and paste made that John Berta retweeted, and I do believe that Terry spoke about that one too. At least I think I remember hearing that one of his videos, which was the MMTLP. Let's do the math. Let's say there are 500 million shares, which is on the low estimate according to what a lot of us are thinking, right? 7.5 hours in a trading day, 450 minutes in a trading day. Did I say all that right? Yeah, I did. It's still out of it. Still got the cold in my head, although I'm feeling a little bit better. And to everyone that was giving me them get well wishes and stuff, I read them all. I paid attention, and I appreciate it. It makes me feel good. There's a few people out there that give a shit, you know. 2 trading days. Once we get our trading days back, that would be 900 trading minutes. They would need to buy 555,555 shares per minute over those 2 days. And then at the bottom of it says, still think your shares are worth $10? That's what I have been saying since the beginning of time with this, at least since I've been making the MMTLP videos. Your shares are worth a lot more than they're acting. That 290, that was that final push they did for their final 2 days they knew about that we didn't know about. That's a joke. Alright, that $12.90, I think, which was the cap of where we were at before the hedge funds and shorters started pushing it on down, that's a joke. I think a lot of us, to be honest with you, if FINRA were to play this straight and do the right thing, if FINRA were to come out and say, listen guys, you got us, we blew it. You know, you got us red-handed with our hand in a cookie jar. But we don't want to bankrupt the country now, do we? And we will give you, I don't know, some people would take $500 a share to end this now, and not to stretch it out years from now. Because I tell you what, if I'm not here in a couple of years And this has to go through all the, rigmarole of the judicial system, and we got to wait a few years. My advice to my son, which will be the one that will get this, okay, is to soak him for every penny that you can get. I don't care if it's $20,000, $30,000 a share. You take every freaking dime you can. That's my advice to my son and your kids if you're not around. I mean, some of us are dealing with health issues, which we're happy to be alive today, let alone, whether or not we're going to be around next year, next month, 2 or 3 years down the road. We don't want to play this whole having to sue people and crap like that. So yeah, if you came back to me right now, probably not tomorrow, well, probably tomorrow, I'll probably give you a 24-hour notice, FINRA. This notice is to you, FINRA. You got 24 hours, buddy. Give me $500 a share before the end of today's end of business day tomorrow, and I'll take it. After that, it goes up $500 per share per day. Yeah. What's today? Wednesday? When am I going to post this anyway? I post most of my videos in the middle of the night, so I get less views that way. I don't know if any of you guys have done videos or posted them and realized that. I got to set it up to at least post in the morning. Although around prime time, 8 p.m. seems to do the best. If you do like 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m., you get a lot more views than you do if you post like at 3 a.m., which I'm legendary for posting videos on. I'll probably wind up posting this anyway. It's 12:20 a.m. right now. And it is Wednesday, the 29th. So actually it just turned Wednesday 20 minutes ago. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, before the end of the business day on Wednesday, you give me $500 a share because you end this madness for us all and you offer a set. I'll take it. Oh, you can't do it Thursday? $1,000 a share. Friday? No problem. $1,500 a share. Well, weekends we're at double time, so I'm going to need $1,000 a day per share. So by the time we hit Monday, I'm going to need, I don't know, $3,000 a share. The longer you push this out, FINRA, and you got your hand caught in the cookie jar, we all know. We all know. We've seen you change all the, you keep changing everything. And we got it all videotaped. You're living in 2023 in a day of information. We've got you. You've done nothing but deceive, commit fraud. It's over and over and over again for over a year now. But now, especially the last few months, your cover-ups are so ridiculously obvious that every judge out there, they should be making a decision and doing their job that they get paid to do, is looking at you like, oh my God, these people are freaking idiots. It's done. You know it's over. Now it's just a matter of negotiation. Well, guess what? The longer you kick the can down the road, the more money we're going to want. And if we're not the ones collecting it because you kicked it down the road to the point where we don't have it, well, then when my kids have to go ahead and fight for this, they're going to be fighting for generational wealth for their great-great-great-great-grandkids. I know this whole thing's turned into a rant, but I don't care. The bottom line is, we know, FINRA. Everybody knows. Congress knows. The judges know. The investors know. People that have never invested in this know now. Because it's getting out there more and more and more. And you're going to have to pay up. So, and obviously the longer you make us wait, the more mad we get, and the more money we're going to want, and the more ridiculous this is going to get. So, tomorrow, maybe a few of you from FINRA should sit around, call a couple of your friends at SEC, and say, you know what? We have to resolve this issue. It has to get resolved. And you know what? This jerk John, he's right. The longer we push this down, the more we're pissing them off, and the more money they're going to want. Let's just make a few phone calls before the end of the day, we come up with a solution, and then we'll give them Friday and Monday like we originally took away from them. And then maybe a lot of us will be appeased to that, to the point where we'll stop yelling with our torches up in the air saying criminal charges, because, a lot of you aren't going to be able to deny for much longer that you're committing illegal acts here, that you did before, that you have been right along. We might look the other way if we get this resolved soon enough, but I think my time frame is over on this. I've had about enough of this, and I think a lot of us have. So, I would say make a decision, make it quick, because this idea that we were going to forget about it and go away, that hasn't happened and it ain't gonna happen. Alright, so, you know, just make some decisions here. Alright, so to my metafam, love y'all. Till we meet again. Bye.